Threading tutorial. Take out the fishing line and align the ends by pinching them together. Take out a small piece of tape. Please prepare the tape yourself. You can use transparent tape or double-sided tape as a substitute. The threader is completed. Usage of hot melt glue stick. You can use a glue gun as an aid. Be careful not to burn your hand. If you don't have a glue gun, you can use a lighter to melt it. Use the inner flame to heat. The glue stick is ready to use once it becomes soft and transparent. Heating with the outer flame will cause the melted glue to turn black. This will not look good. First, adjust the length of the needle tip. Take out the pipe cleaner in the punch needle. First, unfold the pipe cleaner. Wrap the pipe cleaner around the needle from this position. Wrap upwards, making a total of 6 turns. Then press down. Then take out a ruler and measure the length of the needle tip. The needle tip is approximately 1¼ inches long, which is about 3 centimeters. Then use scissors to cut off the remaining part. Press down on the cut area to prevent stabbing your fingers. The needle tip length has been adjusted. Take out the threader and thread it through the hole on the complete side of the needle tip. Until the other end reveals the wire. Place the yarn into the threader. Pull the threader to draw the yarn through. Threading is completed. Leave a short tail of yarn at the front end of the needle, ensuring it's not too long. If too long, shorten the yarn first. Take out the embroidery hoop and loosen the screw. Remove the inner ring. Take out the embroidery fabric. Face the pattern towards the inner ring. Place the pattern in the center of the inner ring, then flip the entire embroidery fabric end, hoop to the backside after positioning. Take out the outer ring and place it over the embroidery fabric and inner ring. Tighten the screw while pulling the embroidery fabric taut around the edges. Continue pulling around until the embroidery fabric is taut. This is the effect after the embroidery fabric is taut. First, create the ears. Take the yarn of the corresponding color for the ears and thread it into the needle. Threading is completed. Leave a length at the front end of the needle tip. Then, leave enough yarn. Place it loosely to the side. Pick up the embroidery hoop. Keep a certain distance from the table to facilitate needle insertion. Ensure the slanted cut of the needle is facing the direction of progress. Find a starting point in this area and first punch around the printed pattern. Find a starting point and fully insert the needle into the embroidery fabric. The needle tip can glide along the fabric surface, with each stitch spaced 1 grit apart.
Why is the loop that is poked out very short? It may be that the needle tip did not fully poke in. The correct way to poke is to fully insert the needle tip. The length of the loop is as follows. If the needle tip is poked into this position, the loop length is obviously shortened. The left side shows the effect of the needle being fully inserted. The right side shows the effect of partially inserting it. The longer the loop, the fuller and more three-dimensional the shape.
If the yarn is pulled out too long, pull the yarn at the end of the needle to shorten it, so that the needle tip just touches the fabric surface. Continue stitching one stitch after another in this manner. After completing the first round, ensure the next round stitches are inserted in the middle of the stitches of the first round. Continue in this manner, round by round, until the entire area is filled.
The yarn is too sparse. There may be the following issues. First, the distance between each pinhole is far. Causing the distance between loops to be far. Not enough density. Normal distance. Insert a needle every other hole. If the spacing is closer, the loops punched out will be denser. Second, there is a gap between the two rows. Make it a bit denser. Third, the loops on the edge are sparse. Increase edge density. Stitch every hole in order on the edge. The denser the edge, the fuller the edge shape.
After completing the last stitch, press the yarn with your left hand and pull out the needle. Then cut the yarn with scissors. Turn the embroidery hoop to the front. Use scissors to cut all the yarn loops open. After cutting open all the loops, continue to trim the surface smoothly. Next, trim the edge shape. Clean up the yarn scraps. No need to change the yarn, flip the embroidery hoop, and continue making the other ear. First, find a starting point to insert the needle. Stitch one round along the edge of the pattern. After completing the last stitch, pull out the needle and then cut the yarn. Cut the loops open. Trim the outline edges again to make them neater. Flip to the back, and then proceed to make the next area in the same way. Next, make the 2 vertical lines in the middle of this area. Continue using the same colored yarn without changing the yarn. Pick up the embroidery hoop and start making. Find a starting point at the bottom of the vertical line to insert the needle. After reaching the top, stitch back until you return to the starting point. Cut the yarn after finishing. Continue to make the next vertical line. Cut the yarn. Flip to the front and cut the loops open. The finished effect. Next, make this area. Please thread the yarn for this area. Pick up the embroidery hoop and start making. Cut the yarn. Continue to make the hat. Next, continue to make the next area of the hat. Cut the yarn. Flip the embroidery hoop and cut the loops open. Then trim the surface smoothly. Use pointed scissors to create clear boundaries for each area.
The color block boundaries are chaotic. There are the following solutions. First, trim the junction. After all the felting is done, the color block boundaries are chaotic. Use tools to separate the yarn areas of each color block. Use scissors to cut the boundary slightly concave. After all the trimming, the picture will look more beautiful. Second method, sectional trimming. Trim while doing. The boundary lines will be more quickly organized. After felting one area, first, trim the edges. Trim before felting the next area. The boundary lines will be clearer.
Trim the edge details again. After roughly adjusting, continue making these two areas of the hat. Thread the needle first. Note that the loops in this area do not need to be cut open, just tidy up. Next, make the top part of the hat. Note that the loops here also do not need to be cut open. Next, make the last facial area. During the making process, use your fingers to press down the yarn to prevent it from obstructing your view. After cutting the yarn, flip the embroidery hoop to the front and cut all the loops open. When trimming, pay attention to the edges of each area to create clear boundary lines. Refine the edge details again. Trimming is completed. Next, loosen the screw and remove the embroidery fabric. Then, along the marks left by the embroidery hoop on the fabric, first cut off the excess part. Then trim the embroidery fabric again following the shape of the pattern. Continue using scissors to cut open the corners of the fabric, and later, the embroidery fabric will be adhered to the back to achieve this effect. Trimming is completed. If the embroidery fabric is too long, you can trim it a bit shorter. Then take out the hot melt glue stick and apply glue on the back of the embroidery fabric. Using a hot glue gun would be more convenient, but you need to prepare it yourself. Usage of hot melt glue stick. You can use a glue gun as an aid. Be careful not to burn your hand. If you don't have a glue gun, you can use a lighter to melt it. Use the inner flame to heat. The glue stick is ready to use once it becomes soft and transparent. Heating with the outer flame will cause the melted glue to turn black. This will not look good. Hasting is completed. Then take out the felt and cut a long, thin strip first. Trim the edges neatly. Then, fold it in half and secure it. Then set it aside to attach later to the top of the main body. Then take out the felt and the embroidery fabric, and place the felt on top of the fabric. Apply glue to secure them. Here, attach the pre-prepared long thin felt strip. Apply hot melt glue to secure it. Cut off the excess along the outline. Effect after cutting the felt. Continue to trim the details. Final effect after trimming. Take out the ribbon and make a bow. Take out the scissors and trim the bow ends at an angle. If you have tape at home, use it to clean the surface debris for a neater finish. Take out the eyes and nose accessories and place them in the appropriate positions on the face. After confirming the positions, press down to leave marks. First, set the eyes aside. Use scissors to cut out indentations for the eye sockets. Next, apply glue to secure the eyes. Then attach the nose. Apply glue to the back of the bow to secure it. The sticking is completed. For the blushes, please prepare eyeshadow or soft pastel yourself and apply it to the appropriate positions on the cheeks. Please apply a small amount multiple times and avoid applying too much color at once. Making yarn ball decoration. The yarn colors used in the video are for demonstration purposes only. Please refer to the material kit for actual colors. Align the ends of the two pieces of yarn. Wrap the yarn around 3 fingers for a total of 25 turns. Cut the yarn. Cut 2 pieces of yarn, each approximately 15 inches long. Remove the yarn loops from your fingers and fold in half. Tie a knot in the middle to secure the yarn. Take the scissors and cut open both ends of the yarn. Fluff up the yarn to make it more voluminous. Then trim the yarn ball a little shorter overall. Remove any stray fibers. The main body of the yarn ball is completed. The end of the yarn needs to be braided and tuckered. Braid it to approximately 3.9 inches. Then fold it in half. Pinch the folded part. Fold it upwards here. Then wrap it around once. Thread it through here and tie a knot to secure. Trim the excess yarn. The yarn ball is completed. Finally, please assemble all the parts together according to your preference.